Well, hello guys. Welcome to Film Flashback, where each episode I kind of take a step back in time, pick a film that I'm kind of digging at the moment, and just talk about how much I liked it or disliked it or whatever my thoughts are on that movie. Well, today, if you can't tell, I am going to be talking about the first Superman that came out in 1978. So let's dive in. All right, the first Superman came out in 1978. We had uh, Mr. Reeves, uh, Christopher Reeves. There we go. He was playing the Man of Steel himself. It was directed by Richard Donner. I have no idea who that is. Wow, I've seen it before. I recently watched it again. And I mean, I enjoyed the film for what it is. I mean, it's Superman. It's back in the 70s, super cheesy. But my goodness, to me, I think the biggest flaw, I'm just going to start with that right off the bat, is the character development of Clark and Superman. Because there really isn't any. They show Krypton, which this movie has a lot of parallels of Man of Steel. And you can see how, I don't know if Man of Steel kind of grabbed inspiration from this one or not, but there's a lot because it starts on Krypton. They shoot off the baby. You know, he lands on Earth as a, I don't know, he was probably like 5 or something like that. And then it jumps to his teenage years, and then he's an adult. But they really don't show much character of like the turmoil and trying to build Clark into much of that. Like they don't really get into to any of that. And then the way his dad dies, I was like, really? And then Superman himself, he just is Superman. You know, like there's no kind of gradual into it. This is just Superman's on the scene, and you know they kind of show his kind-heartedness a little bit, but it wasn't really a lot diving into who we really know Superman from the comics and the animated stuff, which I think is funny because a lot of people kind of chime in on their opinion of the current Superman that we have, and I'm like, dude, have you guys they love these are like classics Superman films, but man, like they would not stand up to what it is right now. I think Reeves did a really good job of being like a kind-hearted Superman and being noble. I think he played Clark Kent pretty well, being like real nerdy and dorky. You know, the polar opposites of being Superman and being Clark. They did a good job of that, of really having the difference between the two of them. And I did really like the romance between Superman and Lois Lane. They did a good job of that, of kind of him just kind of sweeping her off her feet kind of thing, you know, figuratively and literally. They did a good job of playing into that, of how he saved her and then just kind of taking her up into the air, and little things in their conversations, like when he did the interview with her and how he was playing back and forth with his x-ray vision and making her blush and stuff like that. So I liked that interaction. That was really good. My biggest grief of all of this, it was the pool scene, because I was like, that's Superman being Superman. Like he's super intelligent, he's super strong, he's super everything, and he had a really dumb moment in the pool, because literally, I mean, it was just a chain, so he couldn't lift it himself. That I get, but he's floating in a pool where he can still move his body. He could have easily wiggled out of that chain, like extremely easily. So I didn't think that was a good enough device. But again, I mean, this is in the 70s, but this is my mind thinking now. Like it just wouldn't hold up to today's standards, because stuff like that, I'm like, come on, Superman would have easily got himself out. He just had to tilt his head one way or another as he's floating in the head and in the pool, and that would have completely slipped off. And Gene Hackman, they don't really get into his character as why he is so hateful and why he wants to destroy Superman. Like they didn't show a lot of that in this movie. They really didn't. All he wants to do is just own land. But yeah. So like flaws like that, where people want to talk big, point those things out above the current Superman that we have. I think the flaws in this classic one was by far greater. Like I said, I still enjoyed it for what it was and what they brought to the screen. And you're seeing Superman And just the CGI, and I don't know if it was CGI that they used, but whatever they did to make it look like he was flying, like they did a really good job at that. Like again, if it was something today, it would look horrible. But for the 70s, man, that looked really good. Yeah, they did a very good job of getting that feel of this guy's actually flying. He's actually lifting things. That was super cool to show the ingenuity and the creativity to kind of pull that stuff off during that time where they didn't have all the technology and stuff that we can use now to make that stuff look realistic. So they did a really good job of pulling that off as well. If you're a Superman fan, you should definitely check out the classic Superman. It's better than Superman Returns, absolutely. I enjoyed this one more than Superman Returns because that one's even worse. Like basically everything I just said, but even worse than that one. But Superman Returns is kind of a continuation of this storyline, so it kind of makes sense why it kind of has the same feel to it. But I definitely enjoy this one better than Superman Returns because they don't really show a lot of fighting. They don't show a lot of combat with this Superman. It's more so just him doing random acts of kindness, him showing super strength and being invulnerable and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed the film. I'm definitely going to watch it again. And so, yeah, check it out. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And if you're a Superman fan, you definitely have to watch it. Let me know what you guys think about this film. Good, the bad, the ugly, the awesome, the nostalgia, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
All right, guys, thanks for watching our episode.
Yeah, if you liked our video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
And if you didn't, you can double click on the thumbs down. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like.
Right on. And check us out on our other social media outlets at Instagram and Twitter. And please tweet us at FF Media News.
Or you can engage with us through our email at ffmedianews@gmail.com.
All right. Thanks, guys.